Hi there and welcome back. I have spoken to my friends from Aquanang Boys and they are going to help me with the videos. So soon they will be using their voice for these videos. I am looking forward to making videos without the AI voice.
In my previous movies, we've talked about light and shadow. We've looked at colors and techniques. Today, we are going to continue with something we have touched slightly but haven't gone into deeper.
First, I want us to talk about how we aquascapers use our tanks. Some scapers will not fill their tanks with hardscape and plants to the max. A style that comes to mind here is, for example, Iwagumi.
The scapers, who chose not to go all out in hardscaping, challenge themselves in a different way. Because they need their tanks, and especially plants, to be in an absolute perfect condition. Simply, they don't have hardscape to help hide mistakes.
Keeping in mind, these videos are to help you get into the top 100 consistently, and hopefully top 10. When we look at historic data, and especially current aquascaping, a minimalist hardscape can get you into the top 100, but rarely in the top 10.
I think this is mostly because there is so much competition out there. So many impressive hardscapes challenging your eyes to keep up with all the details and impressions. I would say many aquascapes reflect more the busy nature of our day-to-day life, and not so much the calm and beauty of nature.
Today, we live in a digital world where we are constantly bombarded by images, colors, sounds, and impressions. Compare what Amano-san started so many years ago with what we see today. It is like comparing an early generation Nokia with today's smartphones.
Most of today's aquascapers will try to fill up their tanks as much as they can, with hardscape and with plants. Now, there is nothing wrong with this. It is the evolution of our hobby and passion in scaping. It is like a painter using the full size of a canvas. Your challenge as an aquascaper is to find out where you belong in all of this. Don't feel pressured to follow with trends. Make your scape as it feels right to you. Your feeling is key in all of this. Remember, aquascaping is storytelling, and your story won't win over anyone if you don't believe in it yourself.
I remember one of the first aquascapes that made a huge impression on me. An older gentleman who had trouble building hardscape due to health reasons used all his energy and strength to maintain plants. That is also why I helped build his hardscape for him. He had a tank 150 centimeters long, and it only had cryptocoryons. No other type of plants, only crypts. To date, still one of the most impressive tanks I have seen up close and personal. A 35-year-old tank dedicated only to crypts.
This brings me to the point I want to make. It is all about impressions. Catching a judge's eye, leaving an impression on the judge so they want to take a closer look. Remember, in contests, judges will filter out the tanks they like best and study them in more details, while the rest just gets standard points.
While how you fill your aquarium is one thing, how you cover your hardscape is another. There is a balancing act between enough and too much covering of your hardscape. Sansan Zo is a friend and scaper I know, successful at that. He puts a lot of time and effort into building his hardscape, taking great care in the texture of the wood and stone he uses. Yet he covers it all up with plants in the end. Covering your hardscape to some degree is normal, and I would advise it, but you need to learn how to balance it. I strongly advise not to cover it all. I don't know of any tank winning a contest in any competition that covered up all the hardscape. Think of it this way. You have spent so much time and effort into finding the right pieces of wood and stone. You spend hours or maybe days placing it just right, cutting it to size, gluing it together, combining the textures, placing it in the right spot. So why would you completely hide it? That hardscape is part of your story. It is part of that tank's identity. It gives your scape more depth, more dimension, and it makes it more personal. Your hardscape choices.
How you display it, how you let the plants interact with it, brings us to the next issue in today's video. Reflections. Remember, an aquascape is a planted glass box. Reflections help us define the box, but we can use them to create illusions.
Reflections occur naturally in our tanks, on the water surface and on the tank's sides and possibly back. The plants we use, their position, our hardscape, it all reflects on the flat, clear surfaces. As a scaper, you will need to experiment and learn how your style and technique reflects. Your camera or phone will help you with that. Take lots and lots of pictures and look at them closely on a big screen. This tank is stunning and very cleanly built, yet the tank is clearly defined. In fact, the reflections make it very clear where the aquarium starts and where the scape ends. I believe this has cost the creator points in the long run.
This tank is doing better with the reflections, but it is still clear where the glass is. I believe, when I talk to judges and other scapers, that these reflections play a big role when it comes to giving points. But completely hiding the tank's edges and blurring the boundary between scape and reflection is no guarantee that your scape will win. This scape did a great job hiding the tank's boundaries, but still only ranked 78th.
Mirrors have been used in several scapes throughout the years. Stephen Chang did it here in 2020, placing them on the bottom and meticulously placing hardscape so it would reflect in just the right way, earning him a well-deserved second place at IAPLC.
Honestly, there is no easy way to win a contest or constantly be in the top 100 of international contests. It takes work, exercise, and creativity. Just keep at it, experiment, grow, and learn. While videos like mine will help you along the way, you will also need to get your hands dirty. People like me can help build hardscapes, but I rely on the creativity of the person who gets my help. I rely on decades of experience, and most importantly, my failures. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, and a challenge to get better. I would say for every 30 minutes spent watching movies about aquascaping, you should spend 3 hours in your dojo building scapes. Take care and see you next time. Please like and subscribe.